Videos finished uploading yesterday. That's good. Backpack Brawl. Oh no, right. I uploaded mobile games. 2 videos of a mobile game. There was actually a third, but I'm not going to release that video. It wasn't very good. I don't think the other 2 were very good, really. I don't know. It's just trying something different. Playing around with vertical video. Probably a mistake. 0 comments. Video's only been out for like 2 hours. And 1 dislike. Slowly collecting more and more dislikes, more frequently. I don't know how I feel about that one yet. Figuring it out. What was yesterday's video? So today's video is Scissor Sword. Yesterday's was I Love Dragon, which has a comment. Community. This was Oaken Tower. I will respond to that when I do Oaken Tower. I did already actually read these on my phone. So, Ender Wigging commented for the first time in a little while. This is awesome. Thanks for the video. That last move, replacing Burning Coal and Big Sapphires, was in my opinion a bad idea. Big Sapphires are great for shredding armor. So I almost agree with this. I mean, I mostly agree with this. The problem is I think they're useless. So you're saying they're useless in the backpack. I think they are actually useless in the backpack as well. I was using them just as an anvil star, but they're also useless in the armor. If you have multiple weapons and there isn't like a primary source of damage. I was gonna like open up paint, but that's probably a terrible idea. But if the enemy has 200 armor and they have 500 HP and you're doing less than 500 damage with the weapon that's piercing the armor, then all your other weapons are going to end up hitting into the armor anyways and removing the armor. So unless you can do like enough damage with that one weapon that actually has the blue gems, you're just going to end up taking out all the armor. The other damage all just ends up getting wasted. So for single weapon builds especially, I think the blues are great. Or if you can put the blues in all of your weapons, but that's hard to do. That's kind of my thought process. But it's also worthless, you're right, in the backpack, because it probably hurts me more than it helps me some of the time. Except luckily Berserker's usually pretty frost resistant, because the boots are good. Because boots are good on Berserker. Burning Coals, on the other hand, I agree with your Burning Coal stuff. And the extra damage is not useful in the weapon. The thought is you have, is it 12% chance? I think so, like a 1 in 8 chance, basically, of generating an extra heat. It could take time, but weapons usually go off pretty quick. So if you're getting, it depends. I'm probably not getting 16 attacks. If you're getting 16 attacks, then it's worth 2 heat. In general, I do think Burning Coal would be better in armor, at least. And it is better in the backpack too. In weapons, sometimes it's better, but usually it's not. The one exception is kind of, what's it called? Falcon Blade, because Falcon Blade hits twice. So, but that makes other gems good in Falcon Blade too. I could go open this up and look at my build too. We could see how it did in history before and after I took it out. That would be smart, actually. It was this run. Yes. Ooh, wait, I did actually have a big single weapon, but I didn't in this case. So normally I would like blue gems in this axe, and that's why I was thinking and putting them in here. So we need to find an enemy that has armor. This one has armor. So my thought is, even though I skip armor, we're going to remove all of this armor before we do significant damage to their HP. So the blues aren't doing anything, except adding frost, ironically. But they also add frost over here. So yeah, they didn't really do anything. At least in this case. If we go again. This one doesn't have any armor. Well, it had 60 at the start, but again, we had to remove it. Wait, how is it gaining armor? You're gaining armor. I'm losing it. Oh, from Blue Dragon. I forgot Blue Dragon does that. and sometimes it double gained. That's interesting. When this double gains, even though it's only 20% of the time, it gives enough armor to trigger a genie lamp. I didn't really realize that before. Didn't really realize. Cool. But yeah, again, we take away all their armor. So blue gems are doing nothing here. They're actually useless. And I should have said that when I took them out. It's hard for me to, think through my thought process and also vocalize it. Wait. Okay, here we almost actually did something. For a change. If they died with armor still left, then the blue gems would have done something. But we don't. We were doing damage, though, with the axe. So, yeah, part of the problem is usually they have armor early, and the axe doesn't do damage early. The sword does. But by the time the axe is actually swinging, their armor's already been removed. It's kind of true of the daggers don't do their damage till late, too. This is scaling, this is scaling, this is scaling. This one is immediate, and it's scaling both. So if we look at the damage graph, the sword starts out doing about as much damage. I kind of thought it was going to do more than the axe. They do pretty equal damage early, and then the axe starts scaling up, and it goes crazy, especially whenever I hit Battle Rage, which was probably here. What happens in Battle Rage? You get an extra attack, and you start gaining 3 damage instead of 2. So ideally, I would get into Battle Rage sooner. Battle Rage right here. So we get our attack, we get our extra attack. Then I'm getting stunned a bit, which is rough. Especially getting stunned while I'm in Battle Rage is rough. I need a way to drop to 50% health quicker. Alright, quick pause. So, the other thing, though, was that... How do I get out of here? Click this. Click this. Click this. If we go to round 18, I also don't think the coals will have done much here. And in the bag, they would have cleansed 6 debuffs, and they would have given me 4 heat. Do I think those two are going to generate 4 heat? No. No, I don't. But they could. Who knows? As you get more heat, I think it is better to have the heat in the weapons, but the weapon will end up killing before it gets to generate much. So, if we look at heat gen, and really for it to be good, because it's going to be delayed when it generates the heat, they would have to generate 3 each on average. And that would be like break even with having it in the bag. But they take up no space when they're in here. I could have just sold the blue gems, though, and bought something else, because the blue gems don't work when I have multiple weapons. Yeah, we can see the burning coals each only got 1. In a long enough fight, maybe they could have got 2, but even the one they got probably was late. It was. It was very late. So I got these ones where around 6 seconds. It was significantly worse to put these in here, and I had open armor slots. So if nothing else, I could have put them in armor. The blue gems are just really worthless unless you have that one single weapon that can do a bunch of damage, and then they're amazing. I have to think about that more. I should not have gone blue gems, is the main thing. Blue gems were a mistake, and it's a waste of a lot of value, because having any other gems would have been useful. Greens can give resist, purple can give anti-heal, red wouldn't be too helpful. Red's kind of helpful, actually. Lifesteal is good on a single scaling weapon. But, again, I don't really have a single scaling weapon. The biggest problem that I made, or the biggest mistake I made, really, I should have gone blue gems. I should not have gone second sword. Should not have gone knife to meet you. Should not have gone daggers. The extra damage is nice, but the main thing is just, throw more gloves on this axe. Put everything onto this axe. Put more dragons onto the axe. That's my current thought process. Okay. Are we ready to play video games? Yeah, new ranked game. I do like thinking through those things a lot. And I think it's complicated. That's part of why I do actually still enjoy this game. I don't like this. Alright, what are my thoughts? Thought is I could do pan food, I could do shovel, I could do... Can take that, it's on sale. Can take that, it's on sale. I have boots. I don't think boots are good unless you have like 4 weapons. Early game. Late game, they're okay. But the 4 weapons, 2 of them could be like bag of stones. With 2 stones. If I take this, how hard is it to get the foods figured out? Not that hard? Alright. Do it. If I happen to have 2 foods for a round... Spike versus boots. I think boots are probably better, but I have to be able to fit them. In order to fit them... do I think boots are better than garlic? Probably. So I'm losing 1 damage. The whole reason I took pan was because I had the 2 foods. But we have 2 weapons. This gives significant defense. 15 HP. Early game is very significant. They already had bag of stones. I kind of like this wand with bag of stones and with daggers. If they go hammer dagger, just because they have the potential to start gaining in power. I like the idea of it. Crap. Bob likes stupid twine. Bob likes stupid twine. How do I know? Because I was hanging out in his chat yesterday. I don't watch his gameplay as much as I should, because he's way better at the game than me, but I do end up seeing at least some of it when I'm hanging out over there. I'm also just not a great person to watch gameplay, because I can't pay attention. It's background noise for me. I just like hanging out. This one, crap. Could also make the boomerang thing. I don't think the boomerang thing is really worth its cost. Crap. Crap. Quit. Okay. Game. Game has no chill. Game never has any chill. The hell is the game's problem? Alright, so the problem is, I'm pretty sure, by which I mean Bob seems to think, these are really good. Really good? Really good. Is it worth taking a 3rd one? We never combine though, because the rope is kind of lame. Maybe the rope is good for like a very specific instance. Don't give me another. Don't think I won't try and put this in there. I just want to see how many it's going to give. Stop! Okay. I'm cool. We're chill. Not freaking out, man. Alright, what are we doing? Bringing up this bag. Fine. Everything is fine. Wait, can these trigger each other? No way. Because this one has an 80% chance to gain 2 max HP whenever this goes off. So this is going to go off 80% of the time when this goes off. This one does not have as much of a chance. It would be better just to say it goes off 100% of the time when this goes off. This one. I have no idea what I'm doing. So it turns out, just buying 5 threads is gonna be amazing. Hopefully they don't have snowballs. Why would they have snowballs? They have weapons, but watch our max HP. 35, 39. Oh god, we need a faster weapon. 45, 51. Oh god, we need a faster weapon. 53. Okay, but in theory, that could have been amazing. Investment opportunity. Would be more max HP along with this max HP. Do I have things that use buffs? Do I want things that use buffs? Do I want power of the moon? I want power of the moon. Why? because we can gain max HP with all of our threads that we're someday going to use. I think I'm going to ditch shovel. I need to check boomerang. Alt. If we look at a boomerang has a cooldown of 2 seconds. I don't want it. I could just make a torch. Make a torch. Early game, I actually think the +1 damage is better than I gave it credit. If your weapon is specifically an unenhanced wooden sword, 70% chance to do +1 damage. It's like a cheap, crappy whetstone that's easier to position. Wait, I already had a coal. What am I doing? Blueberry isn't that quick. It's quick for a food, but it's not that quick. There is a Goobert. Goobert could be amazing. Why? Because Goobert gives a lot of heals. I would like a Goobert. I don't want to think about where the Goobert's going, but we're going to figure it out. We can make the Dragon Knight, which was one of I think that was actually the build Bob was doing. Wait, but this doesn't fit. Wait, I didn't think things through. Like the thread thing. Why did I buy like 20 twine? And this is my high rank character. I can't just do stupid things. I can do stupid things. Options right now. I could make a hold all. Why? Because it would give me tons of space and we're dead anyways. I like it. Next round, we're going to start doing real things. What does that mean? Next round, we're going to start doing real things. Hold all. No, not an employee uniform. Hold all. Thank you. Okay, but this round, we're not going to do real things. What if we inflict random debuffs and it somehow kill? It won't. It won't kill. Okay, what is the plan? Plan is, we're going to make a torch. That's it. We're going to show off. People are going to be so confused. Start the battle. I'm not doing anything this turn. We take 2 losses. They're not doing anything. Doing more than me. Fine. They're doing fine. Maybe I could have won that. I don't think so. Alright, this is what I wanted. So now we're going to get tons of armor. We're going to have so much twine. It's going to be amazing. This doesn't work with this. We could get a steel Goobert with an amulet of steel. Listen. Something's about to happen. I need bag space. We have so much bag space. There's a bag of stones. There's a stone. I'm thinking about making a steel Goobert. I'm just thinking about it. Okay, but right now, here, today, we're not doing much. This one. I feel like I'm making the worst decisions. Why am I making the worst decisions? Because this isn't a build that I would normally play, so it doesn't make sense to me, so it's all a mess. Alright, we want 3 things lit up behind this. That's the main thing that I want. This doesn't light up a diamond. Correct. This would light up a diamond. This would light up a diamond. This would light up 2 diamonds. This doesn't work. This is not a real build. Okay. Now that we've got that out of the way. Think about this a little. I need another activator. What does that mean? Doesn't mean much. The garlic can be that activator. Garlic, you are that activator. Okay, bag of stones. Look, bag of stones is amazing. We could flip it on its head. Bam. Goobert is in distress, so Goobert is gonna stay upside down. Wait, Maybe Goobert's not in distress. If I could find other activators. Can't. Eh. This one. This one. Alright. This bag. Look at that. 5. But if this counts as an activator, it doesn't. Wait, when you go off, you can trigger this, and then 20% of the time, one of these will go. I don't know what I'm doing. This is a mess. Huge mess. Let's roll. What was I hoping to find? We could find a pig. We did find a pig. Do I want this stone? Do I want that stone? Pig could take the place of this bag of stones. Could buy a coal. Why would I buy a coal? Start the battle. I need specific things, and we've got this. This is going to be amazing. It's going to come together. You're all going to be so impressed. Look at all that armor I had at the start. Only it interacted with this amulet of steel, I'd be set. We already got an empower. Look at all that HP. 171. It's coming together. Shell Totem would be kind of good with this. Maybe Goobert's no longer in distress. Okay, you can flip right side up now. Do I want this? And why? Don't know. Shelly. No deal. You would trade me. I don't want to trade you. This is one of the most broken items in the game. I just have to figure out how to make use of it. Dagger. Dagger can be a real thing. Hammer dagger. Could be a real thing. Twine. Turns out I don't need any more twine for a little bit. What about a shield? Wait, shield is actually a good activator, and it interacts with twine if I had a whetstone. And it's on sale. Problems. It takes up space. Okay, this amulet could be another amulet of steel. What about a broccoli Goobert? For luck and regen. Sounds terrible. What about a customer? Goodbye customer card? Wait, why do I need this space? We need that space so that I can fit in this shield. Okay. So with this shield, what do I want? I want the shield to be an activator. I can work with that. What am I doing with all this twine? Not making a rope. Is there something better to do with it? Yeah, probably. Look, I have a whole nother bag. We're gonna get an amulet. It's gonna be amazing. What about a garlic? Because we have an amulet of steel and I could kind of use garlic. I could kind of use garlic. Do I think it's better than a coal? Not particularly. Do I think it's worth reserving? No. Start the battle. Plus a coal wouldn't buy it. Holy shells and spikes and shielded and stones. Not cool. God, they want a shell totem so bad. We're gaining max HP quicker than the spikes are killing me. Joke's on you, spikes. I don't do any damage. Neither of us do any damage. They were putting some poison on me. The build is working. Okay, what about a real sword? Why do I want that real sword? Because I do. Okay, good talk. So now, in theory, bam, bam, bam. What if we get stoned? Not like the skill stoned. What if we get the skill stoned? Okay, what about Jerry? Jerry wants luck. Jerry wants heat. Jerry wants mana. Jerry would have worked great with investment opportunity. Jerry works great with Power of the Moon. Power of the Moon works great with Moon Armor and Moon Shield. Power of the Moon works great with gaining max HP. Jerry works great with gaining max HP. Helmet works great with defense. What I'm saying is we got a lot of things that works great together. That work great together? Do I have stamina problem? Yeah, I have stamina problems. Okay, I want this to get an extra diamond, but I don't know how to do that. I would like these to do more than they currently do. But again, I don't know how to do that. Start the battle. We have 4 gold. Reserved an amulet. 2 super shellies. Hammer, boomerang, but it's not a daggerang. Cool. They got big heals from their shellies. They're gonna keep getting big heals from their shellies. Shellies. Good job, shellies. I'm dead. Shelly's too good. That's fair. This one. There's a whip right there. I think this is one of those times when I do not want to make the super sword. Why? Because I'm trying to do something stupid, and the something stupid does not want me to have... What's it called? To be using more stamina, and the other sword uses more stamina. This one is going to be a total hassle. Could just speed up the torch. No, I want to speed up the sword. This bag sucks. Alright. Could just speed up the torch. So if I speed up the torch, the nice thing is, look, this one gained a diamond. If I go like this, look, this one could gain 2 diamonds. 2 diamonds. Look at all the diamonds that one could have, but it doesn't have an activator, so that doesn't work. This one can go like that. Okay, and then what about a flute? Flute is actually amazing. Crap. Flute is actually amazing. Flute. Except now I have more things. So this one cares about stars. Flute cares about stars. This kind of cares about stars. This cares about diamonds and stars. This cares about diamonds and stars. This cares about stars. Too many things care about stars. There was another one that cares about stars. I don't know. Too many. This. Why do I want this? Because I could make the super shield. Do I want to make the super shield? Possibly. I don't know. I kind of want to pivot away from the shield. Why do I want this amulet? Because it sounds amazing. What about armor? Armor would give me empower. I don't think these are the things that I want. I want this and this. I don't know what I want. Okay, we need to increase our damage in some way. That whetstone could have helped with that, but it was expensive and it's not the way that I really want to do it. I want to find a real weapon, like fancy fencing rapier. Or something else, but look at my max HP go. This is not a real build. Okay, they're in battle rage. They've been in battle rage for the last 10 seconds. Now they're out. They still had potions. Not cool. So, I'm supposed to take this hat. Why? Because it gives you a chance to find treasure items plus 65%, and you can get 3 more treasure items. No, that is not why. Start of battle, gain 1 luck for each star nature item. No, that's not why. And 3 luck for each star treasure item. Noticeably, star treasure item does not count this star. It does not... Right, does it count this one? No, chance to find treasure items is increased. Does not count this one. Not a treasure item. Not a treasure... So I don't own a treasure item. Okay, good talk. But that's just for luck. Then this thing can use luck to steal 2 other buffs. Cool. But the real thing, chance-based effects are more likely to trigger. This part is gonna break my brain. So this part can make it so that 25% more likely. Can make it so that these go off 100% of the time when this goes off. Why is that good? I don't know. But for some reason, it is. Or I could just take Shield Master and win the game. Wait, why don't we just take Shield Master? Screw whatever crap Bob was doing that I don't understand and I didn't really notice. Shield Master, shields block 100% more, and after 12.5 seconds, we gain a bunch of Empower. Is there a way to speed this up? Nope. But we both take less damage. I gain max HP. We're going full tank. Okay, wait. Oh, that's why I wanted that whetstone. I wanted to make a steel goobert. I have a ton of money. I'm rich. Why? Because I got this on sale. Okay, so things are a mess. Admittedly. With things being a mess, do I want that oil lamp? I do. Alright, I think I'm going to need to rearrange the bag. In what way? In ways that make sense. I can't really use this, although I do have a stamina potion. I need to figure out the turtle. Shields block 100% more damage, but this is such a crappy shield. Okay, we want to figure out the turtle, but I needed to work with it. I need to figure out everything. I'll be back in an instant. Alright, it's coming together. So problems right now. This bag is missing one of its stars. Not a big deal, but it is missing a star. What else is missing things? These are all amazing. This one is still missing a diamond. It's gonna be missing it. This one is pretty amazing. We did not go with the hat. We went with the turtle. The turtle is seeing this. So the main thing with the turtle, every 12.5 seconds, gain 50 plus 20% of your max health as armor. I gain tons of max health in theory. That means that this thing, especially fatigue starts, we get even more max health. This thing is going to give us so much defense. It's about to be amazing. What do I need? I need an oil lamp. Why? Because I could light this lamp, even though I need to put this sword in once I find a whetstone. I do want this oil lamp. I don't think I can take it until I have more space. I do want it, though. Sir Sand, this is the dream, kind of. So this is fatigue build against, look, 95% reduction on both ends. They're going to blind me to death, but I don't have a solution to the blind. Okay, forget about the blind. The main thing is we're going to gain tons of armor next time this goes off. Look at them dying. Why are you dying? Cool. So we need to speed up this turtle. To do that, I need bags. So that I can move my speed bags in a way that makes more sense than it currently does. Alright. Good talk. This bag. Alright, so with this bag, one of the main things I need to do, once I make this, do I want a second Hungry Blade? Lifesteal is weird with armor. The main thing is it's a quick activator. Huh. I'm not sure yet. Okay, I really do want to make this, though. It's going to take me 2 turns just to make the Steel Goobert. I don't think I can reserve this, but the dream would be Mana Thirsts or the Ice Sword could be amazing. So I could just speed up this sword. The nice thing about speeding up that sword is, in theory, I could fit in more thread. Twine. Whatever you want to call yourself. Okay, 3 of those is pretty good. It's 4 of those. Why am I saying 3? In theory, we could get a 4th one for next turn. I mean, it would be good, except this doesn't activate. This activates. This activates. Okay, but I can't move this back because now you don't see the turtle. Weird. Okay, this one can go here. This one can go here. I think that's fine. What about this shield? The moon shield would be amazing. Wait, do I need that shield? I do, but it's expensive, but I do. Crap, I really do. What am I doing with you? Keeping you. Start the battle. Wait, but do I need to keep you if I'm buying the 12 gold shield? I think the shield is part of the build. Because the shield works with the turtle and it works with the steel goobert that I don't have yet, but I'm about to have it someday. Armor. Power of the moon goes off at the wrong time, though. Crap. Okay, we expected that. Shielded would be amazing. Shields have plus 30% chance to block. Armor's trigger 60... Oh, stoned would be amazing. Crap. Stone or stone golem dealt... Okay, stone or stone golem dealt damage. I can't read. Gain 65% of damage as armor. While you have armor, you take less damage. These are both amazing. I don't know which is better. It's the dream situation. So, I think it has to be this. And we put the stone under this... Who gains the armor? Is it stone that gains the armor? It must be. So this scoots up, turns around, we buy the stoned. There's also false life, which is amazing with lifesteal when I have armor. These are like the 3 best items in the game for this build right now. This is actually the dream build. I need to speed up Power of the Moon, so what we need is for both me and the opponent to have Power of the Moon. Okay, there's also another shield. No, you're supposed to be hitting this and you're not. Oh no. Oh no. Mistakes have been made. All because of this stupid purple that I don't care about. We don't do damage in that way. Okay. But we noticed it. We're here. We're doing things. What kind of things? I don't know yet. I would like to speed up this turtle. Speeding up the dagger is not that important to me. I'd rather speed up the sword. I'd rather speed up the turtle. I do want this shield. Do I also want this shield? Yeah, I do. Too bad. Can't have everything. But we can have close to everything. This one. This one. This one. This one. This one. Look at that turtle. Okay, the turtle is the plan. How do I make the plan happen? If I put that there, put this here. Turtle could go here. Good job, turtle. This one could go here. Now, if this wasn't all a pain, then what? Then I could do this. Okay, turtle wants to go here. Shield wants to go here. Steel goob wants to go here. This wants to go here. Holy, this is amazing. Do we see these 5 twines? And I have a torch to put back in. Okay, now I just want to fit this shield back in. Crap, I don't even have to put the torch in. We could just do the shield. Okay, let's think for a second. Think. What if this shield made sense? That would be amazing, but it doesn't. Okay, stop thinking. More, just play the video game. Shields are kind of good for this. Star. Oh, right, I'm supposed to be trying to make you happy. Crap. Amulet of Steel is happy, though. Right, I'm supposed to be making... This stone needs to come under here. We're gonna need more space. No, there's another bag of stones, and I have stoned. And I'm gonna be gaining in power. Oh, no. Oh no, I need that. Do I need this shield? I don't know. Start the battle. I need that. Wait, do I need this stamina potion? Yes. I need it all. You can't have everything. I want everything. I want double the space I have. Just you wait. Wait until my second turtle proc, assuming you haven't already killed me by then. Second turtle proc's gonna go crazy. Second turtle proc. I only have 4 empower. Look at that, 9 empower. Just you wait until third turtle proc. Third turtle proc would be amazing. Dragon egg. Dragon egg appeals to me. I can't take dragon egg. Okay. So now, this shield, this thing is amazing because it gives armor, which gives him power, which means stones do more damage, which means we get more armor, which means we get more empower. At what point do I move this? Wait. 40 armor gained. Wait. Wait. Is everybody still waiting? All right, good. Glad you guys waited. So, I need space. Okay. No, I want this. I don't need this. But I want it. But I don't need it. Okay. We need space. We need space. Another dagger. Kind of appealing, but why? Because it's kind of appealing. So, the thought would be we just double shield. But these only have a 30% chance. No, I don't think I can double shield. I don't know. What else am I doing with the shields? Weird because Turtle wants to be over here. Is that weird? Wait, maybe that's not weird. Maybe it's not weird at all. Okay, let's screw up everything. I should do this off camera, but I want to figure out how I'm spending that 8 gold first. Okay. Good talk. So the thought is, put the turtle here. Good job, turtle. We put this here for right now. Temporarily. We put this here, right there. This one, crap. This is such an inefficient use of these bags. Okay, we've got all of that figured out. No, this doesn't fit anymore. That doesn't work. I think these are important. All right, let's figure out how we're spending the gold. I'm going to say it's not on any of these. It is on this, and maybe this. Would it be on this? And why? That's one-time armor. One-time armor is kind of tempting, but it's not as good as, like, permanent armor. This is all. Why did I do this? All right, put it back. This one. Scoot back over. Okay, the main thing is I spent my gold. So that means I can pause and be right back. This is so close to being amazing. All right, so this one needs more stars so that it speeds up. The main thing is we need to gain crazy amounts of armor. To do that, stoned is part of the solution. I need more stones. This one is just being used mainly for twine. It also gives 1 star in the hold all. Alright, so I need bags that can fit up here. I need a stone. Or 3 more stones would be amazing. This is not a stone. Could use the defense, could use the shield. Shield's too expensive. Could sell this. I need space. It's 2 gold rolls. Could be gems, actually. Start the battle. What do you do with gems? I don't gain mana, so I can't really do blue gems. I don't do debuffs much, so I can't really do purple death gems. 139 armor, 165. So we're waiting to see how many times Amulet of Steel goes off. Turtle! I also have this dagger. Dagger does a little bit of damage. No, we're dying. We're dying. I got blinded. I don't have a solution for blind. We want to see round lost, 31 seconds. Heat gained, 1 heat from a lump of coal. Nobody cares. Damage dealt, 815, but they did 1332. That's fair. I don't really know what they're doing. I don't really care what they're doing. I care what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is activations. Hungry Blade went off 24 times. Twine went off 20, 19, 19. So I get that with the hat, this would have been 24, 24, 24. If I could position the hat right. But I don't care that much. What I want is Amulet of Steel to go off more than 10 times. To do that, I have to gain more than 400 armor. Okay. We have 1 heart left. This is the dream. The Hungry Blade was a good activator. The Amulet of Steel is not yet a good activator, but we're trying to get there. The Twine is not it. Did I honk? I don't know, I might have honked. Sometimes you honk. I'm gonna say no to this. I really want just small items that are decent. Wait, what about Jinx? What about Jinx? Not a small item, but decent. So Jinx. Here, let's sell this. If I was gonna get Jinx, it would need to hit the turtle. And that would be the whole game plan, is just to speed up the turtle. How much can you speed it up? I mean, for a long fight, 50% faster on this turtle is crazy good. I don't think it's enough, but I kind of think it's the best I've got. What about buying this? Kind of weird. No, I can't buy it. I just want a small item. These are not it. There's a garlic there. If I sell this, I can buy both. Okay. Good enough for me. No, garlic wants to be friends. So for garlic to be friends, I can switch it with this. This is just here to be a star for this. And for in the future when I find all of my stones. Oh, cat would actually be amazing to speed up my turtle. Turtle, turtle, turtle. This is such a mess. Okay. Turtle. I believe in you, turtle. No, they don't have power of the moon. They are kind of defensive, but they're scaling off of spikes and empower in scary ways. They don't have stamina, though, and I do have shields. Okay, we could do this because they don't... But look at their damage go up. As long as this whip never gets to hit again, could be good. Never let that whip hit! Turtle! Turtle. In theory, this was going to be amazing. Later today, I might do a custom unranked game and see if I could get this to go off. Would I want it with the turtle? I do think I want it with the turtle. So the nice thing about custom unranked is I could have unlimited money, so I can make an unrealistic, stupidly good build. Do I even need the twines for that, though? Or is it really just about the turtle plus the Amulet of Steel plus the armor? What do the twines do for me? They just give me the No, it's important for the turtle. That is the build. Okay, later today, we're going to do custom game, try and break the game. That's the plan. But for now, that is going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.